Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Elite Collection 106 Terry Gordy figure from Mattel. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks great, and we will be focusing on just the kind of standard Terry Gordy look as opposed to the Executioner. That's more in the accessories, which we'll get into in the next section. But as a base figure, like, just definitely looks great. I mean, starting with the head sculpt, like, really just straight up great. Well, I can't say face scan, but I would say, you know, face sculpt. It really kind of, it just looks exactly like. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, they did a great job. Mattel has really been killing it, especially with, you know, wrestlers that, you know, that they're not doing face scans of. They kind of have to rely on sculpts and stuff like that. And just really fantastic work all around here, especially the texture and the hair. Like a lot of really good depth there, especially with this nice kind of little bit of a dark wash, and just it goes so far. They don't do that on all their figures, obviously, but you know, when they do, it just really brings it home. Just think of fantastic look there. And then overall for the recipe here, I think they did a good job, certainly with the limitations. I think the arms are a little small, seem a little strange, a little attached on as they're going to. I think the rest of the body definitely looks good for Terry Gordy, and yeah, just kind of, you know, plain gear, just plain black tights, plain black trunks, plain black knee pads, plain black boots. Nice touch with the socks here coming over those boots, but again, a lot of stuff we've seen before, but overall just, yeah, really cool looking figure. Accessories here are absolutely fantastic, and I've said this time and time again, I just love when a figure is basically two figures in one. That is absolutely the case here, but not only that, but they did a fantastic job with the soft goods. So starting off, let's talk about hands as we normally start off with. So we get fists right out of the box. Obviously for the right hand, we do get the extra the tape over the knuckles. Then we get a pair of our requisite C-grips. So that would do it for hands. Then head sculpts, we looked at the just straight up Terry Gordy head sculpt in the last section, and again, fantastic job there. And of course, we also get the cowled head for the Executioner. Really like the extra touch here of the kind of stitching / symbols here at the base of the neck. As you can see, you know, this is there, so you're not getting a bunch of movement from this head, but you know, not a bad thing. Again, it's part of the look. And going further on that attire, we do get the kind of jumpsuit, I guess you would say. It's, yeah, so, you know, obviously got a tank top sort of top here, and that just comes into these almost bell-bottom sort of deal. And yeah, done really well. I mean, it fits the figure perfectly. We get some Velcro here on the back for which to just like open that up, and figure slides right in. Actually very, very easy. I was a little worried, especially with the boots, but no, this works totally well. And then we get the cape, and this is awesome. It's 2 layers, so we get the red fabric and then we get the black fabric. We get these little ties for the wrists, and that's just kind of a stretchy fabric there. We got the trimming going on here, nice bright red as well. The hood doesn't fit perfectly, as you just kind of saw in the intro. Like it floats absolutely, but still definitely like a lot of effort put in here, and I think it definitely works. I mean, again, you're kind of work with limitations at this scale. And then finally you get the Executioner's axe. Very basic, but definitely works. Nice bright silver for that blade, and then just brown for the handle. So that will do it for not for articulation. That will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here really nice. As you can see, freestanding kicks. This did take some work, mostly because of the loose ankles, and that's just part of the way that Mattel does the ankles for these figures. But still, can definitely find that balance, and I think that speaks to the overall balance. But overall, for the articulation, we do have our barbell coming from the body into the head. We're not really going to get any movement there because of the hair. Same thing with the cowl head. So we do get a little bit of side to side, and of course we get rotation. The hair is pliable, it's just not enough to kind of make him look up. For the shoulders, hinge and swivel, perfect T, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows coming to there. We do get hinge and swivel at the wrists, all horizontal, of course. We do get a standard ab crunch, so there's our neutral, there's forward, not too bad, arch back's a little bit better. We get a rotation at the waist, hips, almost full splits. Really like fantastic range going on there. Front kick is pretty much full 90, perfect. We do get thigh swivel. Double jointed knees bring us to there. As you can see, these knee pads do move. We do get boot swivel, and then we get really nice point, some very nice forward, and then of course some rocker both in and out. So that will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other WWE figures, with some other wrestling lines, with some domestics, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with an articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as a Valorous Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the WWE Elite Collection 106 Terry Gordy figure from Mattel is that this figure is awesome. Again, I love that when figures are basically two figures in one. This is absolutely one of those cases. I think it works equally well both as just straight up Terry Gordy and as the Executioner. So if you wanted either or both, they're right there, and it's awesome. Yeah, just really fun accessories, good articulation, just really solid all around. So I highly recommend this if you're a fan of Terry Gordy, the Executioner, just ridiculous gimmicks in general. Yeah, definitely recommend picking it up, and it is showing up on shelves and pegs in various Walmarts. I haven't seen this in Targets yet around me here on the East Coast, but I think it might still be available from an online resource or two. I'll look into it, and hopefully I'll have a link or two in the description below if you are so interested in this figure. That being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, I hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come back. Let's talk about some really nice plastic, just escape the world for a while. But at the end of the day, really, I just hope you're well. I hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.